Hi everyone, welcome to week 3. So far we've completed our draft resume, we've completed our cover letter. This week our focus is on interviewing. So we will be doing a mock interview, which is just a practice interview. Okay, so we will be working on preparing for that interview, identifying the common interview questions, and then coming up with responses for those interview questions. We have a discussion due this week, so your initial response is due on Wednesday. And what you need to do is it gives you 3 commonly asked questions. You're going to select one of those questions and then you'll prepare your answer for your initial discussion response. So you're only going to choose one. Number 1 says, tell me about yourself. And this will be a lengthy response to talk about your education, your background, and your interest in the position. You can either record it or you can type it out, but it does need to be in full to answer all of the different parts to that question. You can select number 2. Describe a problem you solved in the past. How did you solve the problem and what was the outcome? Notice in question 2 there are 3 parts as well. And then the last question is, how do you handle meeting and prioritizing deadlines? What do you do when your schedule is interrupted? And then give an example of how you handled it. So there are 3 different questions. They all have several parts to them. You're going to only select one of the 3 questions, and that will be due on Wednesday in your initial discussion response. Then on Sunday, by Sunday, I should say, you need to respond to 2 of your peers. Our assignment for this week is our mock interview. So for the practice interview or the mock interview, you can select anyone you want to work with you and ask you the interview questions. It can be, your spouse, other family member, it could be a coworker, a friend, whoever you want to do this. So there are the top 10 interview questions in the directions, and they start with, what is your understanding of the position that you applied for? And it ends with, do you have any questions? They're all numbered. You'll see the group of them in the directions. So you're going to hand that list of questions to whoever you're practicing with, and they need to ask you 5 of those questions. So obviously, before you go into your mock interview, you want to practice and sort of rehearse a response for all 10 questions, and then have the person that you're interviewing with ask you 5. Then at the end, in a 1 to a 2-page summary, you need to describe your mock interview experience. So how did you feel about your ability to answer those questions? And then describe which questions you still need to practice in order to be better prepared. Okay, so the key here is you're going to practice, and then you're going to write about your experience and answer those questions that I just discussed to you. They're also in the directions, and then you'll submit that as your response. All right, make it a great week.